Van Johnson's story feels like a whispered promise to anyone who ever started with nothing. Growing up in the Bronx, survival came before ambition, and Hollywood felt impossibly far away. Sleeping on warehouse floors and scraping by, Johnson carried his dream quietly, without entitlement. His chance encounter with George Cukor wasn't magic or instant fame. It was recognition of authenticity. Cukor saw sincerity, not polish. By being himself, Johnson proved that grit can shine brighter than desperation. His rise reminds us that perseverance often works behind the scenes, unseen, until the right moment arrives and everything changes. Marlon Brando and the fire of obsession. Marlon Brando didn't drift into greatness. He attacked it. His journey was fueled by intensity, curiosity, and a refusal to settle for shallow performance. Brando studied human behavior like a scholar, pushing himself emotionally and physically to reach truth on screen. His breakthrough in A Streetcar Named Desire wasn't sudden. It was earned through sacrifice and relentless practice. Brando's story carries a heavier tone, one of obsession and cost. It shows that talent alone isn't enough. Mastery demands discomfort. His rise reflects the reality that greatness often comes with solitude, pressure, and an unyielding commitment to craft. Rudolph Valentino and the Art of Survival. Before fame wrapped him in glamour, Rudolph Valentino lived in uncertainty. New York was unforgiving, and rejection was routine. He took whatever work he could find, adapting constantly, learning how to endure disappointment without losing hope. Valentino's eventual success in The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse came from patience as much as luck. His journey feels raw and restless, shaped by necessity rather than confidence. It teaches that survival itself is a skill, and adaptability can be as valuable as talent. Valentino's rise reflects how persistence, even when quiet and exhausting, can reshape destiny. Tony Curtis and the strength of reinvention. Tony Curtis entered Hollywood with charm, but charm alone didn't carry him far. Early setbacks taught him humility and flexibility, forcing him to grow beyond surface appeal. Curtis learned how to listen, adapt, and refine himself with each role. His journey from minor appearances to unforgettable performances in films like Some Like It Hot reveals a lighter, more playful resilience. Curtis's strength was his willingness to evolve without losing confidence. His story reminds us that longevity often depends on self-awareness, and that reinvention can turn early uncertainty into lasting success. James Dean and the Courage of Youth. James Dean's path was brief, intense, and emotionally charged. Arriving in Los Angeles with little security, he faced rejection with restless determination. Dean carried a raw hunger that set him apart, a fearless vulnerability that translated powerfully on screen. His rise feels electric, driven by instinct rather than calculation. Though his time was short, his impact was permanent. Dean's story speaks to youthful courage, the willingness to risk everything for expression. It reminds us that sometimes legacy isn't built on longevity, but on the depth of passion poured into every fleeting moment. Hidden battles behind Hollywood's glow. Hollywood's golden age shimmered with beauty, but beneath the surface lived pressure, secrecy, and constant expectation. Stars like Rock Hudson, Tyrone Power, and others carried personal struggles while meeting relentless demands for perfection. Careers were shaped not just by talent, but by endurance and adaptability. The glamour often hid isolation and sacrifice. These stories collectively reveal a quieter truth. Fame rarely arrives without cost. Their journeys humanize an era often romanticized, reminding us that success is rarely simple. Behind every polished image stood resilience, compromise, and the strength to keep moving forward despite unseen battles.